All right, welcome to the channel, and today we'll be talking about the Meze109Pro, which was sent out by Meze Audio. It's on a demo tour, and we'll be going on to the next person after I'm done with this video, and they are not asking me to say anything other than my honest opinion regarding these headphones. And these are something. These are pretty fantastic, actually, just as a TLDR. They aren't going to beat super high-end stuff, but as far as their price range and what they do, I think these are quite capable. But let's dive right into my thoughts regarding, basically we'll go what I normally do. Let's do build, aesthetics, move into sound, and then final thoughts. So build and aesthetics, I mean, it's a Meze. These guys are killing it with the build quality and even the aesthetics. I mean, this is a really cool looking headphone. I really dig like the design, what they did with the open back here, how they made it open, and with the grill and the way that the star design, I guess, I don't know what you want to call that. Plus with the copper accents or rose gold accents are lovely. Cable is, it's kind of like a rubber kind of deal, but it's not horrible and it's not great either. It's a good cable. But that being said, it works and it does its job, and you can get plenty of aftermarket, or even they have some higher end ones you can get if you'd like. But as far as its just use case, cable works fine. No big issue there. Overall build is quite nice. You know, you got this for kind of comfort wise for the head strap. It has a nice spring to it. Though I will say, for whatever reason on my head, and it wasn't that it actually did this, but when I put them on, and it kind of adjusts there, for whatever reason, even right now, they're not moving. My perception of them is that they're slowly like sliding down my head, even though they don't move. Even like I've been testing, I've been doing this stuff, they don't move. But I don't know what it is, but with the way that the strap is, just feels like the headphone is slowly drifting downward, even though it's not moving on my head. I don't know, it's a weird thing for me personally, but it's not uncomfortable. It's just like a weird sensation that I'm picking up with it. That being said, comfort is actually, once again, it's a Meze headphone, so comfort is stupid good. Like just kind of disappear on your head a little bit. With that, aesthetics, I mean, obviously aesthetics, once again, is going to be a very subjective thing, but I think they did a heck of a job. Like the way it suspends from the bands here, and like the walnut and the polish on the walnut is just fantastic. The overall spring, I think it's spring steel for this overall headband, the way they have like this V shape where it kind of comes up and over, and then the kind of wishbone part here that holds the suspension strap on with the Meze logo. And then the copper like here, and then even the accents, if you can kind of see it here, but even the accents for the cable plugins are copper, and it's just the attention to detail, the polish, that kind of stuff is just next level. Same with the inside of the cup, the grill that protects the driver, and gorgeous. Honestly, if you could have that on the outside, fantastic. But build, aesthetics, and comfort are all tops in my book. That is just a fantastic. Numbers wise, I'd say like 10 out of 10s practically for build, aesthetics, and comfort. Not that I think that that's a valuable to giving numbers to a review kind of thing or opinion. Let's see, the overall comfort as well. The pads are so plush and so soft, and they have this really nice like velour kind of feel to them, or really soft suede. I don't believe it's real suede, but it's really nice with Alcantara maybe. But yeah, fantastic there. But going into the sound of the 109 Pro, TLDR is to me very mid-focused without being forward mid. It has a nice warm signature. The highs are really nice, but they don't necessarily seem rolled off, but they don't have any like crazy sparkle to them either. They're just a nice, I almost want to say chill sounding highs without it being super rolled off or like dull. The lows have a nice sound signature to them, but they don't slap. Like they don't have that punch of like, you know, something that if you're looking for some super engagement in that like, you know, hip hop track where it's just like boom, boom, and just pounding on you, these aren't going to give it to you. But they do have a nice sound signature in the low end and the highs that accentuate the mids in a way that doesn't seem pulled back from the mids. Well, it kind of just that accentuates the mids in a nice way and lets you kind of engage in a very relaxing, a very lean back kind of sound signature for the Meze109 Pros. Nothing wasn't extremely detailed, or the imaging was very good. The stage was decently wide, and the kind of the detail, like I said, was good, but I think that's where some of the stuff was lacking a little bit, but not greatly. Like it wasn't, there's nothing, I'm like nitpicking here. Like these are kind of a Goldilocks headphone. I was actually really impressed with how good these performed across all sorts of devices, to basically plugging into like my iFi Griffin, to my laptop, to my TT2, to I have the it's not released yet. It's coming out hopefully in the next couple days or week. Pietis Maximus, and I'll be doing a video on that here in the near future. But these just handled everything. They scaled up, they scaled down, they worked with everything I threw them on. It was just impressive. They just sound good across the board. Once again, if I was to nitpick, I would put that I would like a little more low end, like kind of slap or punch or slam or what have you, and maybe a little more crispness or a little more sparkle to the highs, but not a lot. But that's nitpicking. So yeah, the sound signature is just great. So some of the other tracks that I was listening to, and these were kind of the ones that kind of popped up in my most recent that I kind of found recently and or recommended to me, and I really was engaged with these, and I really like these tracks. But the first track was Calligraphy by Saba, and the thing I really enjoyed with this one was the piano throughout, and then him rapping over it. And there was a little detail that I'm curious if whatever else hears it, or how they hear it, but I hear this like tone, like a piano note or something, and it's off to the bottom right of the track. Like when I'm listening when I'm in like the stage or imaging, it'd be bottom right for me. That's how I heard it. So curious if anybody else hears that and where they hear that in the track. The second track, I'm only doing 3 here, would be Celestial Echo by Malia. And this one was really excellent for its stage, imaging, and detail. And it was really lovely vocals and just across the board, a really good track. It was really fun to listen to, engage with that one. And then the third track, and not the least track, and this might be my new like test track standard because it's just so good, was Birds by Dominique Fils Ami. And this was actually recommended by a buddy that went to Capitol Audio Fest, and they were like saying that this was being played in I believe the LTA booth or room, and he recommended it, and I listened. It's a fantastic track. But across the board, the stand-up bass that you hear, the jazz, and just all the music instruments, and then her vocals, and just fantastic across the board. The hi-hats, like this, it has so much going on, and it's mastered so well that it's excellent. Highly recommend listening to Birds by Dominique Fils Ami. So yeah, those are some of the tracks I was listening to, and I think these 109 Pros handled all of them quite well. So moving on to final thoughts, I'd say these are just stupid good headphones for the price. I think they run in around $800, $799, and if you can get them lower than that, like I'd say anywhere from $500 to $600 is a steal for these. And they're just really good headphones. They just sound excellent. They build quality is fantastic, and for the price, I think these are like the new headphones to beat under $1,000 practically. And I mean, depending on what you're looking for and what you're engaging with. But if you like a mid-forward, without it being overly forward, and just an easy, relaxing headphone that you can, put towards anything, like any genre, any kind of throw it onto any amp, any system, and just have it be sounding excellent. And by excellent, I mean for the price range and for what it is. Is it going to beat something like the Atriums or something like that, or even say the Aeolus or something along those lines from ZMF? I don't know, you're pushing it there, but for the price, this thing is really good, and just, yeah, very impressed with it. The build quality, like I said, I'm going to keep going back to build quality because Meze just kills it with that, and comfort and everything. And then just the size and shape and form factor is just really nice, very light. The walnut's really lovely, and just, yeah, overall, it's an easy recommendation for me. Was very pleasantly surprised at how well this performed across the board, and for me, for my preferences, it definitely fits really well in my preference house. And I truly enjoyed listening to these, and it's gonna be a little sad seeing them go, but yeah, these are fantastic and an easy recommendation. The people I think that these would be best suited for is people that just kind of want to relax and listen to music and not think about it, and be able to throw it on anything they have on hand and have some good sound coming out. So definitely kind of, to me, they were a definitive like lean back, relax, maybe get your distortion of preference type deal, like either a whiskey or tube amp or what have you, because he did perform pretty well on tube amp as well, and go forth and have a great time. So yeah, with that, I will let everyone have their morning, afternoon, and evening back. So catch you all in the next one, which will probably be the Maximus or Pietus Maximus by Niche, the lovely little amp. So cheers. All right.